Hi Taurus, welcome back to Lovefromaleo. My name is Tay, and this is your March 2020 tarot reading. I'm feeling very much in my earthly element. I am a Virgo moon, and I feel super calm right now. So I think this is going to be a very easygoing reading. Your spirit card is intuition. Intuition is the language of the soul. When this card shows up in a reading, it's a clear message that it's time for you to use your intuition. Just give it a chance and you'll quickly notice how it might be trying to get your attention. With so much information in this world vying for your every thought, it's easy to ignore or fail to acknowledge your insights. Synchronicities and so-called coincidences are powerful signs that intuition is knocking on your door. Have you heard a phrase or saying repeated by more than one person today? Do the same numbers keep showing up in your life? Has someone mentioned the name of a specific individual whom you were just thinking of? These are all signals for you to pause, be open, and pay attention. This is a perfect time to seek the answers from within. Turn inward, where you'll find the solutions and valuable insights that are waiting to assist you. When you learn to use and trust your intuition, you'll begin to have a sense of not only the right timing, but you also begin to perceive people and situations with a deeper and more discerning eye. You'll not only observe beneath and beyond, but what's actually in front of you. You'll see the real deal. I like that card. I'll show you here while I'm talking. So your focus for this March, we have the Sun card. So you obviously are going to be in your own mind. I think you're going to be trying to fulfill your own wants, your own desires. The Sun card also has ties to your father, like the relationship with your father. So maybe your father will be around you this month. Overall, Sun is just like how you present yourself. You know, obviously it's like, you know, who you are to other people, how you show yourself. So, and that could be, you know, as simple as physically how you're dressed or, you know, how you're looking. You may change something this month. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to the nitty gritty. So during this month, I'm seeing the Moon card in reverse as what you're showing. So I think you're starting to either realize certain things or you are telling people your truths. So there's either one or the other. So you have to pick which, you know, side fits for you. But I do feel like there's a lot of people being very blunt. And I think it's because of Pisces season, because we have the Neptune card here. And March is Pisces season. I also feel like someone is wise, like they're becoming more wise. Or maybe if you are a Taurus who has a really hard time being, you know, emotional, like maybe you're just really practical. I think you're starting to learn how to balance that out a little bit. Like it's not all business anymore. And then the hidden desires behind all of that, we have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands in this deck is kind of like competition. So I kind of feel like you are trying to either outdo yourself or prove someone wrong. Like there's something that needs to be proven. And I think for a lot of you, it's your truth because we have the Ace of Swords right here. So it's either you want to make something very clear or you have something you want to prove to people. And so this is what you are ultimately revealing to yourself or you're seeing for yourself. Let's go ahead and just look into that more because I feel like that's something to look into. Ace of Wands. So this has something to do with the actions that you're making throughout your March. So everything that you're doing, I feel like there's a bigger motive behind it. Definitely you're making calculated moves, but I also feel like it's just, you know, you're trying to be more in your own light, if that makes sense. You're really trying to showcase yourself this month. A lot of aces here, so the beginning. There's a lot of beginnings happening here. But I also feel like these are beginnings that you have put a lot of, you've invested a lot of your emotional self within this. So maybe you've been thinking about this for a long time, or maybe you're making a decision, you know, that took a lot of thought or took a lot of time to develop, or maybe literally you are developing something. And I just feel like you're at a point where you're either showcasing it to other people or I don't know, there's an acceptance of some sort. Almost either you accept a challenge or you just accept something for what it is. But it's very like matter of fact. Let's see, what are we realizing? Okay, Two of Swords in reverse. So there was something that really had your mind tied up in the past, and I think it caused you a lot of mental stress. It's not going to be able to do that anymore. So you see the light. That's kind of the vibe of a Two of Swords in reverse. And it could have been dealing with a fiery person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I think that you or this person, it could be vice versa, you know, like depending on the energies. But I feel like one of you either gave up some type of security because Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this is like codependency issues or like pride issues, self-esteem. But it's kind of material. It's like it starts on physical appearances and then it works its way to, you know, deeper parts of yourself. But I do feel like that was part of the reason why you weren't able to speak up for yourself, or you weren't able to see something clearly. But I feel like all of that's changing as of March for you. But like I said, it's going to be the beginning stages because there's a lot of aces here. So yeah, it's like the completion of something, but it's the beginning of something as well. So that's a pretty good thing. I mean, I kind of feel like there's more to the story. Like there's more to be told from this. Like I don't feel like it's going to be just like March happens and then everything is okay, you know? Like I think it has to build. I am seeing in your future that there's going to be like coins your way. So maybe you're on the right path for sure. Maybe you're making the right decisions and this is translating into monetary gains for you. This is always a good card to see in the future, especially for a Taurus. Definitely like you're in your element moving towards the future. So I do think that you matured. Like I've been saying that for all the signs this month. Like there's some type of growth. I'm not really sure if it's just because Pisces, like that 12th house energy, you know, like just evolving, like the last stage for a lot of people. I feel like people are just like, they're getting it, or they're just leveling up in their own ways. So maybe that's what it is, but it is saying like money's coming your way here. King of Pentacles, look, there could be a Capricorn around you, or this could be saying literally just monetary gains. So much earthy energy here though. But all of this this money and all these things are coming towards you in the future because Queen of Swords, you are very strategic. Queen of Swords is always planning, always being logical, always looking at things from a business perspective, and tries to be fair. It is upright, so I don't think that you had any malice in your intentions. And I think that's why you're seeing the fruits of your labor blossom. So yeah, it looks like things are just kind of like starting. But for some reason, I feel like there's something like not being shown. Because yeah, like with the Eight of Wands here, remember there's a competition or there's some type of competing that's happening. So that makes me feel like there's like animosity in some type of way. Let me see if I can figure out what signs. But it makes sense because Taurus is usually, you know, you don't like to boast. I think some Tauruses do, but I think it's more so like you boast around people that you care about, because I don't think you like to really have everyone in your business, like that Four of Pentacles type of energy. So we have Eight of Wands, so this is Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is also showing up here on this card, the Eight of Wands, as you can see here. So yeah, Sagittarius. And King of Wands is also here, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but definitely a Sagittarius showing up there. So we're going to look into the past here. So the past obviously can be any time period that resonates for you, but I am trying to keep it more specifically towards February. So throughout your February, we do have the Empress card that shows up here. So, I mean, not the Empress card, oh my goodness, the High Priestess card. Knew something, or you have to find something out. I don't like when I see the High Priestess, I kind of feel like it's like a I told you so moment, or you already knew you were supposed to do this type of energy. Like, I don't know, but that's just me. Maybe that's not everybody. Five of Swords, yeah, so there was something that needed to be said, but it wasn't said. So yeah, that High Priestess energy is definitely like, okay, there's an elephant in the room, but we're just gonna stay quiet about it. Yeah, Two of Wands in reverse, okay. Eight of Swords in reverse, okay. So I think you physically, you weren't making any actions in your past, but mentally, you were making like leaps, because Eight of Swords in reverse is the exact opposite of Eight of Swords upright. And Eight of Swords upright is always talking about like feeling restrained, like mentally being restrained, so restrained that you physically don't do anything. So I think you were like just breaking those mental bonds that you had. Pisces being here, so maybe there's a part in your chart that has to do with Pisces that maybe you should look into, because I feel like there's a lot to do with this Neptune energy here, you see, going towards your March. So yeah, maybe just some of the transits or the moon that happened in during Pisces season. It could be anything, but check that out if you are resonating with that. I'm seeing Capricorn show up here, so the same Capricorn could be going towards your future as well, because we have Capricorn here twice. And then we also have that Queen of Pentacles. And over here, remember, we have the King of Pentacles. So I do feel like if there is a Capricorn around you, I feel like there is going to be a merging of either business deals, building. We also had the High Priestess. So maybe you were working on a business plan, like literally just planning out something and working towards it. As far as like, you know, the numbers behind things. Or there's a lot of planning happening. Definitely with Capricorn energy, like initiating some type of planning, initiating some type of business or work endeavor. You were communicating maybe with a Sagittarius as well a lot, because I do see the Knight of Swords and it was right here on top of the Sagittarius card. So yeah, so maybe not physically around them, but you could be texting them, emailing them. Very interesting. But Five of Wands is like maybe you're arguing on the phone with them all the time or something. I feel like there's a lot of not so happy energy. Four of Wands is here, so that's definitely like not having a good time at all. And then with this Five of Wands, this is like just a whole bunch of arguing. Like this is kind of like if you go to a family reunion and everybody's fighting, or if you go to your cousin's house and then a fight breaks out. I don't know. It's just like the living situation, there's always fighting, there's always arguing, which is always stressful. I'm going to look deeper into that in your extended reading. Yeah, let's see what's going on with this featured thing with the Ace of Pentacles. What is this in regards to? Oh. Okay, so we have the Temperance card, and then we have Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so you have definitely been waiting on this for a very long time, and this is definitely monetary gains. It doesn't get any more earthly than this. So this is definitely something you've been patient in, you know, trying to get, but it's coming. And you're not March, maybe for some of you March, but the month after for sure. Like for all Tauruses, I think you all feel some type of monetary relief, which is awesome. Like I said, there could be a Capricorn nearby when it comes to that. You're very calculated with this. This is something that you're very serious about. And so if it's working out for you, I say keep going with it as long as it's not hurting anyone. I don't see anything bad here. I'm seeing Temperance, which is always a good thing. Queen of Pentacles, which is very nurturing, very abundant energy, and very prosperous. So I feel like there's just a lot of light shining on your future. Like literally your future looks bright. That's so corny, but it's true. I want to get a little bit more insight on the connection between, I know I saw it over here. Hold on. Let me see what comes up. Because at the time of Pisces, yeah, you get some type of like fire. Like you want to start something. Ace of Wands in this deck is like passion. This could be like sexual energy, but this is about like doing a jolt of energy. Like maybe during Pisces season. So I would say check your chart for sure when it comes to that. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to end the general reading here. Hopefully this all made sense. Oh my God, I did not do any advice cards. Let me just go ahead and do that. But I think it's because, look, the intuition card, it's like, I don't really know if I can give you any advice. Like, you have to use your own intuition. But I'll give you one advice card to deal with this Sagittarius person around you, or this fire person around you, because it looks like you guys have a lot of issues. Let's see. All right, so we got Prince of Swords, and this is mutable air. This is Gemini. So I think this is saying like communicate for sure. This also could be saying that you need to be a little bit more flexible and mutable in the way that you communicate. So maybe both of you guys have a different way of communicating, and this is why you guys have such a hard time trying to understand each other. So in other words, you would want to figure out a way to compromise, or not bend backwards for each other, but just figure out what would work best so that you guys can at least have a conversation. Remember, Gemini is all about like the twins and kind of having like a back and forth. So if you can at least manage to do that, you don't have to get along. Twins usually are never the same in any way, shape, or form. They usually just look alike. But if you could just get past that part, I think there can be a lot more growth. But that's if you want that. I mean, to me, Gemini is also like, if you get tired of it or if you're bored with it, move on to something else. Like, you don't have to do anything. Like, you know, a tricky situation. Definitely going to look into that in the extended. Speaking of the extended, if you would like to see that, go ahead and click the description box down below, or you can type in your search bar and go to patreon.com/lovefromaleo. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. Please subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. I have so many things coming you guys' way, and so many just different things happening. So I want you guys to be able to know when it's happening. Also, if you would like a private reading, email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com. I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.